Well, welcome to this tutorial about the scientific method and the steps needed to carry it out. The first step in the scientific method is to define a problem based on observations. For example, our friend Isaac Newton here once saw an apple fall down and bump his head. He then defined his problem as why the bodies fell down towards the earth. He didn't try to say why did apples fall to the earth or anything. He generalized that to two bodies. And it's very important to state your objective, that which you are going to be studying during your investigation. The next step is to do a hypothesis. Although making a hypothesis can be quite challenging, with this little formula here, you'll make one in no time. It has to have these two parts, an if and a then. That is, for example, if an object has great mass, then it will fall faster to the earth. I don't know, something like that. It's a very good structure to make a hypothesis. The next, it's not a step, but it's very important in your scientific method. It's to define the variables you're going to investigate. We have dependent, the independent, and the control, which I'll make them clear with an example. Let's imagine we have these three seeds, okay? And I have three types of soil. I have blue soil, I have green soil, and I have orange soil. Okay? Then I want to investigate which type of soil is better for the plant to grow taller. In this case, since the variable I'm changing is the type of soil used, this represents my independent variable, because it's the one I'm changing and it doesn't depend on anybody else but me. Next, imagine some time has passed and the plants have started growing. Okay, this one a little higher. Okay, this one grew 5 centimeters, this one 7 centimeters, and this one 3 centimeters. Okay, this information belongs to the variable size, which is the one I am analyzing. This variable depends on the type of soil. That's why these are apart from the dependent variable. Okay. Finally, I have the control. The control variables will be that all the three plants receive the same amount of sunlight. For example, that they are the same type of seed. These things, I control them in order to make the experiment more homogeneous and only dependent of one variable. These variables are the control. Next is to perform an experiment. Here, it's very important that you have a clear procedure of what you're going to do and which data you will collect. In the previous example, it was the size of the plant. The next step is to analyze the results collected from the experiment. Here we analyze the data, we try to make a relationship between the variables analyzed in order for us to draw a conclusion. In our conclusion, we should state whether our hypothesis was wrong or whether it was right. In any case, you should state why it was wrong or why it was right. In case it was wrong, you should state also why do you think it was wrong, what was wrong with the experiment, or what was your previous misconception of the principles behind the experiment. Finally, a very important step is to communicate results. Communicating results is very important because it allows other people to try your experiment and see whether your results were right or whether they were wrong. This helps us not having false results or false theories about an experiment done. Well, thank you very much for listening. This was Oscar Romero and the Scientific Method.